everyone, this is Nanya Bisht and I am currently a second year student at IIT Kanpur pursuing BTech in Civil Engineering. And today we have with us Meet Mehta and he's from IIT Bombay and he recently graduated with a dual degree in Mechanical Engineering. So over to you, Meet. Could you introduce yourself a bit?
Yeah, so as Ananya just told, I recently graduated from IIT Bombay with a dual degree in mechanical engineering. Uh, I started my journey with IIT Bombay Mechanical as a BTech student, but later on during COVID, during the pandemic times, I realized I want to continue my degree, and it would be great if I could graduate with a master's as well
Right.
rather than just a bachelor. So I converted to dual degree program, and yeah, that's that's the like program selection. So I always wanted to go into mechanical engineering
Hmm.
because e- like you the JEE preparation time, or probably I can say like from the before it, like from eighth,
Right.
like complete higher secondary time, I was
Hmm.
interested in the field of mechanics. Saw the curriculum that IIT Bombay was like curriculum at all IITs for mechanical engineering
Hmm.
was pretty awesome. I was extremely fond of curriculum at Bombay and Kharagpur. Unfortunately, I do not remember the details right now
Right. Right.
of my decision at that time.
Hmm.
But yeah, those were the only two preferences that
Hmm.
I had while filling my JOSA form.
Right.
So, and luckily I got my first preference, which was Bombay.
Right. Hmm.
So that's there. Uh, yeah, and like coming to IIT Bombay, I got into a lot of things. Like there are lots of programs at IIT Bombay, and there is a boom in technical projects that's going on right now. Like there
Hmm.
are so many technical projects that almost everyone can now be a part of some kind of it. So that helps in the journey.
Right. Right. So,
And yeah,
yeah, right. So my next question to you is that what is mechanical engineering? Like, if you could explain it in layman's language to a student who might be watching this.
so like first coming to the term mechanical engineering, it sounds pretty constrained.
Hmm.
It sounds like it has very limited like things utility with just machines
Right, right.
or vehicles or something like a cooling system or heavy industry like
Hmm.
a textile loom or something.
Right. Hmm.
But that is not the case. So it does happen that factory engineers, yeah, they are usually preferred. Factory engineers are usually preferred to be mechanical engineers.
Hmm.
And it's because that mechanical engineering has a lot of disciplines that are going on right now. So there is design, which is like which are there are design, manufacturing, and thermodynamic, TFE, thermal and fluid engineering, which are the classicals.
Hmm.
So everyone is mostly aware of them. But then additional to them, there are control systems, which is the robotic side of it,
Right.
and it also comes under mechanical. So it's not just that robotics, but the control systems is utilized for parameters like system control, process control, like ma- uh, so the process analysis
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
part of it. So that's there. uh like it's a bit related to electrical engineering as well, but
Right.
other I believe other branches like chemical and probably civil also has something in control engineering. I guess
Right.
I'm not.
I think like in upcoming semesters we'll study something related to that because few of the
Okay,
courses
sure.
with were like same with mechanical branches as well in this semester
Yeah,
also. Right. So
yeah,
my next
so
question to you is that what were the major courses and electives that you studied in your branch? If you could name a few.
yeah, so as I was saying that there are multiple
Hmm.
things in mechanical
Right.
engineering. So
Right.
one of them is IUR, Industrial Engineering and Operational Research. So I did a minor in that,
Right.
where like so yeah, there a typical minor in operational research. So that's there, and I did like my major was in design, especially structural engineering. So for the masters, so I did the classical. I did all the classical structural engineering courses, and additional to that, I did stress and plasticity and
Right.
the classical structural engineering courses.
Hmm.
I did also try to explore other fields like computer graphics and product modeling and the so those fields, and even acoustics and vibrations. So
Right. Right.
that was mainly my
Hmm.
uh, core courses that I did.
Right. So like you guys are allowed to choose courses and electives from other branches as well, right? In your course template.
Yes, so earlier for like till the batch before I graduated, and
Hmm.
it was more likely applicable for us as well. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Was that we had to do 6 elective courses in our department,
Hmm.
which are called department electives. But
Right.
there are
Hmm.
some other department courses like civil or chemical
Huh.
or other departments, aero something, which are also allowed because they are
Right.
pretty much similar.
Right.
And there are two institute electives which have to be of other department.
Hmm.
So just to make sure that students get an opportunity to explore
Explore all the
uh,
fields. Right.
other explore something else.
Hmm.
So now it's even more fluid. So
Right.
there is this eight elective for BTech. For BTech, there are 8 compulsory electives, out of which 2 are compulsory, for 2 department elective compulsory, 2 institute elective compulsory, and 4 are optional. So you can do anything you want,
Right.
and that allows you to do entrepreneurship courses, management courses, or even there is a design center at IIT Bombay, so you can do courses there as well, like courses on filmmaking or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, so there is something called pottery,
Right.
which is a very pottery,
Right.
which is
Right.
a
Right.
very
Right.
famous
Famous.
course.
Mhm.
Because like it's a pretty artistic course, so
Right. Hmm.
that's like you are allowed to do as random courses as you
As
want.
you want. Right. Right. Great. So,
Yeah.
moving on, and if you talk about internships and placements, so could you share your own internship experience a little bit?
So I did my third year internship at Goldman Sachs.
Hmm.
So like they were open for all department, but they had this restriction of BTech students apply.
Hmm.
And at that point, I did not have converted to the dual degree program.
Hmm.
So I applied for it, and luckily I got into
Right.
the field. Yeah, it was a data analytical program, and it happened during the early stage of
Hmm.
pandemic in 2020.
Hmm.
So it was more of analytical thing, and it was a good opportunity, but I did not like. I found it a bit different from my interests, and I
Right.
it happened so that I was not able to continue it.
Right.
So
Right.
that's there. After that, I had a start. I worked in a startup for like a couple of months recently, and
Hmm.
then I left the project to actually start working in an industry.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. So, if we talk about placements now, so what are the major companies that basically come to your college to recruit people from this branch? If we talk about mechanical specifically, and what are the major roles that they offer?
So mechatronics is like is a hot pick right now.
Right, right.
So design and mechatronics is a hot pick. Then there are companies who come in manufacturing division as well. Uh, TFE is not very common in recruitment because
Hmm.
like TFE majors are relatively less at IIT Bombay right now, and mostly they later choose to have a lateral switch or something. So we do not have many TFE majors, hence we do not have many TFE companies. Companies, if you ask, the major companies would be JLR is there. I probably it did not come this year. Then there is Airbus. Then there is Tata Projects. These automotive companies starting from Bajaj to Ola, Ather, and John Deere, TVS. So a wide range of automotive companies do come. There are not like for mechanical engineers, a lot of non-core opportunities are also there. So a
Hmm.
lot of my friends got into Mackenzie Knowledge Center
Right, right.
or Mastercard, then this American Express. So those are also opportunities if you are into that.
Hmm.
Uh,
Basically, depending
yeah,
upon the your area of interest, you can explore a lot of things.
yeah, a lot of things are there. So it might be a bias on my side because
Hmm, hmm,
I
hmm.
was of a mechatronics. I was from the
Right, right,
design and
right.
mechatronics major. So I observed most companies in that
Hmm.
particular
That
field.
particular area, right. Hmm.
Yeah, but I did not pay a lot of attention
Hmm,
to
hmm.
other fields. So there were
Understandable. Right.
companies, yeah, there were companies like FMCGs were also there for
Hmm, hmm,
manufacturing
hmm, hmm.
major, and yeah, a lot
Right.
of FMCGs also come.
So, okay, that was a great insight about the
Sure,
placement at IIT Bombay regarding mechanical branch especially. So, if we talk about academics now, so in your opinion, how tough or easy do you think it is to study this branch compared to the other branches?
sure. Mechanical, like for me, it was like because I had a major interest in mechanical engineering, and like I had some exposure to content as well as I was
Right.
exploring a lot of things out of the syllabus. It was pretty convenient for me. But even if you are like even uh, if you want to, it's normally a fine enough course. I would not say it's easiest course out there,
Hmm, 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 hmm. Right.
but it is not that difficult. And a lot of, just to give an example, a lot of my
Your video lagged a bit in between. You may
oh,
continue now. It's okay.
yeah, sure. So most of them were in some or some other technical teams or technical projects. They did some other research with a professor, or some of them were with the with the no no with any of the fests that are on
Right,
campus.
right.
So it's like they get that
Hmm.
much time to do other activities as well, and the program is pretty fine. So there are all the courses that we have compulsory are majorly pretty basic courses.
Hmm.
Prerequisites are not very harsh.
Hmm, hmm,
So
hmm.
it's not a multi-level prerequisite that you
Right.
have to complete like three courses or four courses before getting a core course, which makes it pretty easy to completely do the courses if by any mishap you get lagging. Yeah, there are like you may have one or two prerequisites for some
Hmm,
courses,
hmm,
but
hmm, hmm.
all of them are pretty standard, pretty introductory level courses most of the times, and all the advanced courses are usually for the electives. So if you are interested and if you want to go deep down, you can go there deep as well, because you can do electives. There are 8 elective, like you have to do minimum of, there is a minimum. There is no maximum for that. So it's good
Hmm.
both ways. If you want to just pass, like if you just want to complete the courses and graduate, you can do it. You would have to pay some attention. It's not going
Right,
to be
right.
like completely uh, like jaywalk, but yeah, it is not as difficult or as tiring as
Hmm.
something else.
Right, right. Great. So I think that was all that we wanted to know about internships and placements. So moving on and talking a little bit about the non-academic life at IIT Bombay. So how was your experience to be a like student at IIT Bombay, one of the best institutes of the country? So could you share about it a bit?
Yeah, so IIT Bombay has pretty chill non-academic uh, lifestyle, because like we do not have the any restriction on hostel entries or
Hmm.
campus
Right,
entries.
right, right.
Until and unless you have your ID card, you are
Hmm.
allowed to enter the main gate of the campus at
Hmm.
like 2 or 3 in the late at the night, or
Right.
you can even leave at any point.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So that's there. And other than there is a great life outside in Hirandani. And if you don't want to go out the campus, there are clubs there are a lot of activities and clubs that are there. So there are like 4 major fests and other small fests. uh, there are cultural activities, there are sports activities.
Hmm.
So I was part of cultural activity. I was part of the Indian languages club at IIT Bombay for a great while. There are dramatics, comedy, like stand-up comedy, and skit writing, and music, classical arts. So a
Right.
lot of things are there in cultural activities. There are a lot of things in technical as well. So as I said, there are enormous number of technical projects that are going on right now,
Right.
and they are like they do take students willing to join. Then there are clubs, technical clubs, which just discuss upon topics that are of common interests, like coding. There is
Hmm.
the web and coding club. There is maths and physics club. There is science, chemistry club, biotech
Right.
club. So that's there. Even for sports, we have a massive gymkhana. Like it's good enough large. You
Hmm.
can there are lots of activities going on from like
Hmm. Hmm.
like most of the sports. I guess there would be something or something else. Yeah. So if you are interested in some kind of sport activity, it's also there. We have football, hockey,
Right, right.
uh, wall
Right,
climbing, ultimate frisbee, anything that you can
right, right.
get from the
So,
top of your
my
head.
next question is also a little bit related to this one only, that IIT Bombay is considered the best IIT of India. So, what do you think that it makes IIT? What is one thing or few things specifically that you think makes IIT Bombay stand out in front of the other IITs?
Yeah. So I'm not very sure about like what is the system at other IITs,
Right.
but there are things like project approvals and
Hmm.
uh, stuff that are pretty convenient at IIT Bombay.
Hmm.
So
Right.
I came to know recently that at some IITs, even among the top IITs, like
Hmm.
among the top 7 IITs that are there, uh, there are some places where the project approval process sometimes get too hectic, and
Hmm.
the project team is never able to finish their targets that easily.
Right.
So
Right.
that's not there. Plus, IIT Bombay being located in a city like Mumbai has lots of facilities
Right.
out there. So like we have Powai next to us. We
Hmm.
have the
Right.
whole
Exactly.
yeah, we have whole Pune and Pune Mumbai circuit just outside,
Right.
just
Right.
pretty close to the campus. So lots of things that are there happening are in and around, which is pretty convenient, and so you get good people because there is the place is good. We have good like we have good academic staff.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
It's all like I don't think in any IIT in that case has difference in academic staff like professors and teachers, but like professors and other stuff. But in the process, in other things like recruitments or resource
Hmm.
availabilities, your location does matter and it
Right.
helps.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
So basically,
Plus,
Bombay as a city also, like if you talk about outside the campus, it has a
yeah,
lot of tremendous opportunities to offer. So that gives
yes,
that definitely gives the IT an upper edge. So
yeah.
right, moving on, and the next question that I'm going to ask, like, is really popular among a lot of freshers who are the students basically who are willing to join colleges. So that is like, what in your opinion should a student prefer? Should he or she go for a better branch or a better college?
It's not something that I can comment on because I would say do your research.
Right, right.
It's because everyone usually the trend that I have been seeing is that just fill in the order of the closing rank, or
Right.
there is this standard preference list for
Preference of
which is the
branches. Right,
yeah.
understandable. Right.
So it goes like Bombay CS, Delhi CS.
Ah,
I don't know. The
right.
other
Ah,
CS is then Bombay Electrical, other electrical, then Delhi MNC. So like that is not the best way if
right.
you know what you want. But
Right,
if you are
exactly.
completely yeah, if you are completely clueless what you like, what you want, then you can do that. It's if you just want to get a good college and you don't have any preferences, so you can do that. But if you understand what you like, if you understand what you want to study, you should do a research of what branches are out there. If you have the luxury of a good rank, which would allow you to take any position, any college, mostly any college or branch combination that you want, do that. If you are extremely inclined towards a particular branch,
Branch, right. Hmm.
yeah, so it would be fine if you choose a college over the branch. But
Hmm.
having a good college is very helpful
Hmm. Hmm.
because
Hmm.
first of all, IITs have this amazing thing called uh, branch change,
Right, right,
which
right.
like
Huh. After
at
the
least
end
for
of
the
first year. Right, right.
yeah, yeah, at least the major IITs have it.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
if you just get into the college and then
Hmm.
try try as hard as possible to change your branch into the branch that you want, which have a branch change option.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
can just you can try to get into the IIT with the best branch that is available for you at
Right.
your rank, and then try your luck in getting into a
Your
branch
branches.
change.
Right, right.
So yeah, so you can do that, and if by any misfortune it's not possible,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
so you can then try to have like you can try to get a minor in that particular branch, because all IITs have a option of get doing electives and completing a minor study in a different branch than your major. So if
Right,
let's
right.
say you are extremely into but you are getting into, let's say, chemical, or so you can get into chemical and you don't get a branch change, you can still do a minor in elect.
Hmm.
That's an option for you. Or there are so many clubs, so many activities like electronics and robotics lab is there at IIT Bombay, which does a lot of hands-on electrical work, like lots. So you can get your knowledge from extracurricular activities rather than academics.
Hmm.
It might not be very convenient to prove that to a recruiter that it is sufficient enough, and it
Right,
won't
right,
be
right,
sufficient
right.
enough because a formal degree versus
Hmm.
extracurricular activity or even a minor is not as convenient,
Right,
but
right.
still it helps you to get the knowledge that you want. You can then probably try to do a master's in that particular branch if there is some kind of arrangement that is possible
Hmm.
for that particular scenario, or maybe just continue your in an industry which would allow you to join in the
Hmm.
capacities that you want later.
Right, right, right.
But yeah, that's there. And there is this amazing thing at I don't know if it's at other IITs or not, but at IIT Bombay we have a program called IEEE, which
Hmm.
is a second chance of branch change, which allows you to change your branch for your master's program.
Okay.
So if you get the permissions that are required, and if you like it's not a simple process anymore. It's
Hmm.
not just get a good CPI and
Right, right. And get
you
your
get
branches.
into a
Right,
good branch.
right.
But yeah, but now you have to get a project from the different branch for your masters. Like the master's thesis, you have to
Hmm.
get approved priorly. Have to get a permission from both the departments for a switch. But it is still possible to go from, let's say, a couple of my friends did their bachelor's in civil engineering and then
Hmm.
did their master's in mechanical, or other branches. If you can just, there are people who have done all sort of combinations
Right.
that are out there. So
Hmm.
yes, that's also there. So
Right.
yeah, you have it's your, at the end it's your call. You have to make a good combination.
Right, 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 right. That was a great insight. So I think we
Yeah,
anyways
sure.
came towards the end of the interview. So we'll just end here.
Yeah,
Just one
that's
last question before going. What is one message
sure.
that you would want students to like hear from your side?
I would say, like, have a clear goal, but also have the open-mindedness to explore
Right.
whatever comes your way,
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
because sometimes it may happen that you are not much into you realize that you are not much into what you thought you
Yeah,
liked,
yeah.
but yeah, but something that comes your way uh, is uh, is amazing, and like you fall in love with a different branch
Hmm.
than what you started with. So that could be your further life story, and you can, at any point in your life, you can switch. If, like, yeah, you can try to switch. It gets difficult with time, but it's not
Right.
impossible.
But the option is always
So
available, right?
option is always available, lot of things, and not just curricular activities. There are lots of extracurricular activities that can help, and not just core branches or core placements are there. A lot of non-core placements are there. A lot of banking, analytical, quant,
Hmm.
finance companies come to these places. If you don't get that engineering, like if you don't want to continue engineering for throughout your life, go in them.
Right, right,
So yeah.
right. Great. Awesome. That was a beautiful